Welcome back, everyone. Today we are installing a new interior on the drift truck. So yeah, we have a lot of interior stuff that we're gonna be installing. It's about time we fix some of the things on the interior. The bench seat is destroyed, not to mention the fact that drifting with a bench seat would be scary. I wanna give a huge thanks to DND Peformance for sponsoring this video and sending out all this awesome stuff for the truck. As you can tell, we have their racing seat, we have racing steering wheel, along with a short hub. We have their new hydraulic handbrake. I'm really psyched for this specific stuff because it's black and gray, which is gonna match perfectly with the interior, because the stock interior is black and gray. And this thing is, look at this. Stand it still. It looks like D&D sent me a haunted seat, so that's cool. Actually, about this seat, it was really sad because D&D was actually out of seats. Their seats were currently out of stock and they didn't have any. But one of their project cars had a seat, and they were cool enough to take their seat out of their project car and send it to me. So this is the seat out of their project car. It is a little used, so if you see any like scratches on the side, that's why. But that's really cool that they literally took this thing out of their car to give it to me. If you guys are interested in any of these parts, check out the link in the description below. You can also check them out on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel where they make videos and stuff, so go check that out. I think we're gonna go ahead and start with the steering wheel, because I really want to get this bad boy in here. There really isn't much wrong with the stock steering wheel. I actually kind of like the way it looks, but the problem is that it's just so thin. Like, you can't, it doesn't feel beefy, it just feels weak. You know, I actually think that's kind of cool. Now we install this bad boy right here. Woo. Haha. This is sick. This is so awesome. It's much smaller in diameter and it's beefier, which is gonna be perfect once we have power steering. Might be a little tough to turn before then, but oh, it's in the perfect spot, not too close, not too far. Hell yeah. The seat is still moving. That's creepy. Let's go ahead and install this seat. Now, obviously, there aren't any companies that make racing seat brackets for a B2200. So, Fabium is gonna have to fabricate something himself. It shouldn't be too difficult, but before I can do anything, we have to get that old bench seat out of there. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and harvest the stock sliders off of this bench seat. Normally, I don't like sliders because you want to sit as low as possible, but the way this interior is, if you don't have a slider, it's actually too low. Like, the seat is so freaking low. The sliders will raise it up, you know, an inch or two, which will be the perfect amount, but look at this. This looks sweet. The other thing that's different about this interior, since it is a bench seat, there's actually only 2 holes on each side. There's a hole up here, hole back there, and there's nothing else. We're gonna have to drill our own hole up front and then put a riv nut in there. And then I think I'm gonna use the seatbelt hole for the back. Because as you can tell, there's the hole for this, which we don't need this. We do need this, but we don't need this. So the seat is in there. It's in like the perfect location. So this side is bolted in. The other side is bolted into the rail, but obviously the rail is not bolted into the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and mark out where the rail sits, and then we can drill holes, add some riv nuts, and then call it there. Ooh, that's nice and low, isn't it?
It does look really nice.
Drill the hole in the floor, and I'm putting a rib nut in it so I can actually bolt something in.
You screw it on?
Yeah, screw it on.
Press it in.
Yep. Simple as that.
And you unscrew it?
Screw it in a little more, and again. Make sure it's fully in there, and then, yeah. That's that. That seat is officially mounted. Oh, that looks so awesome. I have an absurd amount of headroom. Like, I'm still not touching the roof. So that's really cool too. If you're tall and you want a project car, get a mini truck. It's a completely different experience. I definitely feel every bump a little bit more. It's crazy how many more bumps I can feel through this racing seat and the steering wheel. I honestly, it feels like I went from like, stock suspension to coilovers. This thing needs a locker. It needs a locker so badly. We have a little bit more work to do. I want to clean this area up, but I really want to drive it first, so that's why we just did this. So in order to clean up the interior a little bit more and be able to install this really cool shift boot, I'm essentially just going to make like a little plate that covers up this area. Also, the red Miata's gone. Yay, space. So, I mean, that's more or less it. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit when it's made out of metal, and the boot will be in there a little bit better, but that's it. Well, that's the shifter plate. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna put one bin at the end and then I'll paint it and put it in. I kind of forgot that it actually needs to be able to bolt in. So I went ahead and drilled holes that allowed the front to use the stock holes for the shifter. So that's what those 3 are. And then the back, I'm gonna drill holes into the trans tunnel and put some riv nuts in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this thing up. I'm gonna try to paint it gray. I don't know how that'll look, but whatever. So I just checked, and this gray is a completely different shade compared to the dash. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint it black. It'll look better. The other cool thing about today is that John is back here with his Civic. It is tuned. He tuned it himself, so it's not like the most amazing thing, but it's tuned, it's making boost, 10 PSI of it.
First and second.
Yeah?
Third is the fast one.
Okay.
This guy.
Yeah, third gear is nice.
Third gear pull.
Third gear is a nice pull gear, that's for sure. I also just went ahead and took apart the center console area and I'm spray painting this part black. It was kind of bunk, it was super sun faded, so this black looks really good. All right, everything is painted and dried, so we're gonna go ahead and reinstall all this stuff. Sup guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Truck is looking awesome with the new DND Peformance interior bits. This hat doesn't fit me. These are not meant for your arm. This backpack is empty. In all seriousness, this interior is so awesome. I'm so happy. It made such a huge difference going from the stock steering wheel with a torn up bench seat to this. Awesome shifter, awesome steering wheel, awesome seat. I really like the way it looks. And once we get another seat in here, and once we get like a cage, and once we mount the fire extinguisher in the middle, it's gonna be so cool. I don't know if you guys saw, but for temporary, I'm using a beanie bag as my passenger seat. You can actually wear the seatbelt with that beanie bag, so I think it's safe, right? Look what we made. We turned these old transmissions into bar stools. Huge thank you again to DND Peformance for sponsoring the video with all the interior goodies. Go check them out for any interior needs. Go check out their YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you didn't though, please give it a dislike. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. According to YouTube analytics, 50% of you watching this right now are not subscribed, which is a little upsetting. So subscribe. Goodbye guys, have a great day, and peace out. My head's too big. Peace out, guys.